All right. Hello. Hello. Let me make sure everything is running right here. I'm going to get an echo, I believe. All right. Hello. Hello. Okay, I did get that echo, and I am going to just assume that I am live and that everything is okay because everything is always okay, right? So if you're in the chat and joining, please let me know if you can hear me. And I'll just move on from here. My name is Joelle, and I am the Viberarian. I am here to elevate, enlighten, and empower. I'm working on those things for myself, and then I share with you because I hope that there'll be something that will elevate, enlighten, and empower you as well. It's been quite some time since I've been on to have a conversation with you, the community here, but I've been having a lot of conversations out in the world. And it was time for me to move into the place of sharing that with a larger audience because we are definitely riding some interesting waves. So this is going to be a mashup of all kinds of things, and I'm just going to go with the flow as I am guided to do. Whew. So I am an oracle and channel for divine love energy. That is my frequency filter. So the messages and things that I communicate are basically going to be of an unconditional loving vibration, and they will be for the highest good of all, not for the highest good of self. And so I feel it's very important to share with you the energy from which I am coming forth and the energy that I am willing to allow to move through me in order to be communicated with others. So with that in mind, let me just jump right in. I love my life. I absolutely do. I get to experience such a variety of things from interesting people, places, and things. And it seems like the magic is always happening, things that are quite unexpected. But so I'm going to just share some of my recent experiences. And I do have some cards here to share with you, some guidance that has come in as well. If you're in the chat and you have any questions, please let me know. I am monitoring and I'll try to give you any insights that come forth. I am a galactic or intergalactic librarian, so this is like the reference desk. If you ask me a question, and spirit will find a way for that answer to be able to be delivered to you, just like if you were in the library and asking the librarian a question. So let me just say that as well. This weekend, I went out to Gloria Parker's big psychic fair up in Roswell, Georgia. If you have not heard of it from my previous conversations and shows, or if you're out of the Atlanta area, let me just say that Gloria has been running this psychic fair, I think, for over 30 years now. And I went for many years as a customer or client of the readers. And then when I stepped into like my own gifts, I was able to go and read there for people. I met a beautiful community of folks who became clients, and it was awesome. I haven't been reading there in a couple years, but I go to see my psychic friends network and to check out everybody from time to time. And it's always wonderful to step into the space and to feel the vibration of the people who are out there. I've had the opportunity to interview Gloria on my Psychic Inside Show podcast, and you can find that episode in my channel. I'll put it in the description box below at some point on this video so that you can check her out. Her story is amazing, and there are so many people who are practicing healing arts in Atlanta who have come through her doors and found a welcoming place to grow and to learn and to find their roots and then move on into their own individual practices. So I think it's a beautiful space for that to happen. And I've gone the last couple months and it's been great. I saw old friends and made new friends. And yesterday was no exception. So one of the people who I went to see is a lady named Yuli. I met Yuli at Holistic Health and Wellness up in Marietta several weeks ago, I think a couple months back, and she had done a gallery show up at Holistic. Don, the owner, had invited her in, and she did a gallery and also a sound bowl concert. And unfortunately, I missed it, so I was quite disappointed. But I had occasion to meet Yuli then individually, and so she told me that she's been working at the psychic fair, so I wanted to make a point to go up and say hello to her. And last month I missed her, so our ships were passing in the night. And I went back up this weekend, and I was super excited because there she was. So I'm going to share with you a picture that one of her artworks, let me not just say a picture, but one of her pieces of art that I brought home with me. And there is so much going on with this. So one of the things that we do is we trust our instincts and our feelings when we respond to something like an artwork or a song or a place that we see people visiting. There's something in us that is resonating and drawing us out, and we have an opportunity to follow that spark and see where it leads. So many of her pictures, as I was looking through them, were quite interesting, but this particular one just jumped out at me, and I will share it with you now. Okay. So much of it, what I was getting from the energy was interesting because I'm very connected with the forest and the trees, the ancestral wisdom and knowledge that comes through that. And also as an oracle and channel, the high priestess energy was all in there. So we have the cycles of the moon here as well represented, which again to me is the feminine wisdom and the cycles of the moon, which also look to our biological cycles as feminine in terms of creation and release, the seeds that we can gestate in our womb, and then the release of the energies of the womb with our menstrual cycles, preparing us to hold a new energy the next month when the creative seed point is there. And so this looked to me to be very much like justice. And I love that she had a book here in her hand. And it was very mysterious and a journey as well from the pathway. Last year, 2021, I took a group of women to Mount Shasta and also then to the old growth redwoods at Avenue of the Giants on the California coast. And we did a high heart activation, and it was truly mystical. I also spent time for my birthday in the North Georgia mountains, connecting with the trees and nature in a way to ground myself as I prepared for this new cycle. So, and of course, being a librarian, the book here also spoke to me. I'm in the process of editing a past life reading that I received many years ago to share with you because I think that it's very important to do so right now. There's lots of synchronicities coming in. I hope that you'll check it out and that I'll be able to get it done with the technology very soon. But in it, I was guided to step forward into the past life energy that I embody of being the storyteller, of bringing forward these stories and this information, because it would be very helpful and instructive for others and very helpful and instructive to myself, which of course, understanding who we are and what we have done is very key into our journey of understanding how we're operating. So seeing this book here, I said, oh, this is perfect. So then she shares with me, well, you know who this is, and begins to tell me this energy in terms of the artwork. And so on the back here, this is Voluspa, seer of all that was, is, and will be. And this is based on the Voluspa prophecy, which is a poem, and it tells of the creation of the world and its coming end and subsequent rebirth related to the audience by a seeress who addressed Odin. Okay, and so she said it's Rangarak, or I don't know exactly how to pronounce this, so please correct me if you want to in there. The reason I know of this is because of the Marvel Thor stories. And from what I know of that, and I will be going in deeper because it's an activation point for me, but we know that there was a prophecy of the fall of Thor's land, and it actually happened in the stories, and it was a great tragedy. But we all know that through death and rebirth, the phoenix that rises from the ashes is renewed. So sometimes we can be afraid of that destruction cycle. It could be something experienced traumatically, but knowing that in the refreshing of that cycle, if you will, that there will be a new birth arise. So very interesting, because as an oracle and seer, I often receive precognitive dreams and things like that. And it can be very worrying sometimes, because I might be experiencing a vision that is very destructive and fearful, and then waking up for that and trying to understand that what came through is very challenging. So I can imagine if you feel a sense of something happening and are concerned about what the outcome will be once the dust settles. I think that that is really an interesting way to look at where we are as a society right now. In eclipse season and the cycles of the moon, the eclipse talks about things being released from our lives or eclipsed out of our reality, or made suddenly visible into our reality, and eclipsing our version and taking away the illusion of stuff. So we are in the midst of all of eclipse energies. I'm not an astrologist, and so I invite you to look at other people who you resonate with, or just type in the search in YouTube for astrology, eclipse, new moon. Listen to a lot of folks so that you can kind of get a distillation of what's going on. But from what I'm understanding, it is opportunity for us now to let go of things and to release them so that the new can come in. As people know, with the cycles of, say, fertility in the woman's womb, you know, you are hopeful if you are wanting to become pregnant, or you're hopeful if you're not wanting to become pregnant, right? That cycle turns over and begins again. And for some people and couples, it's very sad if they have not created a baby during that moon cycle time. And the coming of the woman's cycle is like a very painful thing, because it means that you haven't got your hope for wish. So it can be very challenging, but then the opportunity for a new cycle of impregnation and birth to begins as soon as the release of that material that was not fertilized leaves the life, right? Leaves the body. So if we take that for ourselves and say we have to fully release what was not manifested in the way that we had hoped, fully releasing that so that we can become a vessel that can contain the new and grow it to the fullest. And so to always kind of be in a flow state of that, honoring the feelings, of course, that we have, but moving more easily into the state of expectancy with what is coming. So it was very interesting, because I was upstairs, and then about 45 minutes later, I went downstairs and was sitting with a young woman named Cielpa, I think was her name. And it was my first time sitting with her. And so I was super excited to connect with her and hope to have her on for an interview on my Psychic Inside show, getting ready to kick up for a new season starting in January. I have probably about 30 people lined up to be able to bring on the show so that they can share how they came to understand their psychic gifts and abilities possibilities. I just love having these conversations. And so I'm really excited about bringing these new energies forward now that the completion of this year is drawing upon us and new seeds are ready to be birthed for next year. So one of the things that she did was she provided a dragon card, and I actually have the deck that she used. And it's interesting because the card that I drew was Thor's red, black, and gold dragon. And it speaks about protection in times of change, a time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you are safe. Okay, so I don't know how often this happens for you, but to be downstairs and have an energy from Odin come up from or upstairs and have an energy from Odin come up very specifically in a cultural expression that I'm not necessarily as familiar with. And then to have it piggybacked by a second energy from that same space by a different person, to me, is evidence of the beautiful magic that this is spiritual conversation happening. So, I received the guidance that was given from her at the time, but I knew that I was going to be speaking about it as well today. So what I want to do is then share, because I haven't read the full guidance yet, but I shall now, because I'm sure there is some form of activation. And interestingly, it's on page 76, which 76 is 13, which is the completion, the death, the ending, the rebirth, the phoenix that rises from the ashes. So it says that during this incredible period of transition, everything on our planet is changing rapidly. Thor's mighty red, black, and gold dragons work directly for Archangel Gabriel, the mighty archangel in overall command of fire, who sends them to any area or situation that needs immediate clearance. Thor is the god of thunder, the elemental master of fire, and his red, black, and gold dragons carry powerful fire energy. For the optimum use of this blazing power, they connect with Mars and its ascended aspect, Nigel, so that they can act as peaceful spiritual warriors throughout the universe. So this is a book by Diana Cooper. If you're familiar with her, she's just the most delightful lady. You could check out her channel, her deck. She's brought down many, many teachings. And so part of this planetary higher aspect of the name Nigel is part of her teaching. And I'm not in-depthly familiar with it, but I receive it as it's delivered through this guidebook because she's the channeler who received the spiritual message. And it says that drawing this card indicates that you are ready to change a situation, circumstance, or relationship, or are already doing so. This is challenging for you, and the universe is reminding you that you have earned the right to receive support and assistance. Your guidance is to ask an army of Thor's dragons to clear the energies around you and protect you as you make this transformation. Then relax, knowing you are safe, guided, and supported. Thor's red, black, and gold dragons will ensure that you make changes in a way that is for the highest good of all concerned. These are very hardworking warrior dragons, and they consume dense energies very rapidly and thoroughly, and they come to you with dedication, love, and wisdom. So accept graciously what they have to offer you. This card is also a call to service. You are asked to send Thor's dragons to places and situations that need their protection at this time. And that is on page 77. So as you know, 7 is my divine feminine calling card. I have received this beautiful necklace from my sorority sister, my line sister. I was number 7 when I joined our sorority, and she was my number 8. So I thank you for this gift. You know who you are. And this says here, mystical wisdom and divinity. So I absolutely received this. And of course, then now we call on the energies of the dragon realm in terms of protection to burn and transmute and clear the way for whatever we are going through in this eclipse time. Clearing away the dense energies, That which comes up to be revealed may be transmuted and brought to the highest vibration possible. And may we feel and know that as these things arise in the coming weeks, that we are protected and safe. We thank the dragons for bringing this to us. And it's very interesting because I actually have dragons here. This is my little dragon. Is he cute? I don't know what this one's name is, but Honora, the Beanie Baby Dragon collection. So anyway, here we have this cute little dragon. I love it, right? So we've got our dragon companions with us in order to clear the way and transmute these energies. Now, it's very interesting because as I was pulling the card out, another card came forward for this now moment. And that's how it generally works for me. When I receive Oracle, more information comes in. And so it is the Rainbow Dragon, which brings the leap of joy that opens new doors. Have trust, rediscover wisdom, expect miracles, and accept opportunities. Okay. Look at that, the sun coming through the dark clouds, the rainbow here. And if you're on my channel, my previous video was about the rainbow tribe and that we are here bringing in a new consciousness. We are bringing the sun out from behind the density of the clouds and the lower vibrations of the third density. And we are elevating that. There are rainbow children here. There are new frequencies. We are here changing and doing what we came on mission to do. So I can only say that as we are burning through whatever is coming, that there is going to be a higher frequency that emerges from this. So you should keep that in mind. Also, it's like the sun returning from behind the clouds. It has like the eclipse is when the planets are blocked. You can see different things because the sun and moon are opposite each other. So we are moving and looking at that solar frequency to bring more light out from behind the veil. So I'm very interested to see here then what the rainbow dragons say. Very interesting. Does say rainbow dragon? Yes, it does. Oh, there it is on page 50. So 5 is about change. 5 is about shifting from one place to another. Rainbow in the sky is a cosmic gift. If our heart leaps with joy and gratitude when we see one, the universe opens new doors for us. Let your heart leap with joy and gratitude because you have just seen a rainbow and it is opening a new door through this eclipse gateway for us. Glorious rainbow dragons carry the promise. When they come to us, a multicolored mystical flame ignites within us. This automatically attracts something of significance from the universe towards us. In addition, rainbow dragons will take us to the mystical pot of gold that is said to await us at the end of the rainbow. This golden gift is our own ancient wisdom, which has been waiting for us to rediscover. With it, we know how to take knowledge and use it for the highest good of all. We become a wise one, a mage, and the rainbow dragons open the petals of our crown to connect us with universal knowledge. And as we use knowledge more wisely, more comes to us. Beautiful. I love that, Ashe. I receive it. This card is of hope, prayers, expectation, and gratitude. Look for opportunities, expect miracles. When new openings occur, seize them. Sometimes you may hardly dare to believe that good fortune has sought you out, so make sure you accept it consciously and unconsciously. Do not let it slip away. Remember to thank the rainbow dragon who has come to you for opening new doors for you. Ride with the currents of life this dragon has brought you and enjoy everything that comes your way. A rainbow dragon may feel like an illusion, but it is very real. If you catch the flash of rainbow colors out of the corner of your eye, it is your rainbow dragon reminding you that the time for a new life is now. Trust that it will happen for you. Okay, beautiful. And I love it because this black dragon is also rainbowy, right? So I love that. Beautiful guidance. And I receive it. I'm experiencing that as my own life in a very real way. This is the outset of something new. My birthday has gone now last month, and I am fully engaged in manifesting what I intend and see for myself as I encounter this my 51st year. And that would be ending on page 51 in here as well. So when I was looking at and feeling and asked Spirit which decks to use for today, I was guided to pull out 3 decks: the Sacred Geometry Activation Oracle, the I Create My Reality Oracle, and the Blank Slate Oracle. So we are going to get here some additional guidance. And let me step back to this. This is my new crystal ally. It's a aragonite or aragonite. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I got this at Holistic Health and Wellness last month when I was up there. And I just love it because it's like a wave in here. And I just love the energy of it. It's almost like the foam on the wave, as we see. It's in different shapes, and of course, being all kinds of ocean stuff, I had to bring it home with me. I'll do a reading in terms of what this crystal is speaking and saying and bringing into my life at a future point. So definitely check out Holistic and Dawn, and she can connect with that. She has some other pieces, and also getting ready to have another date night with the crystal matchmakers, Alka and Mark. It's been a minute since we talked, and they have been shopping, getting all kinds of crystals for us to have as well. So I can't wait to connect with that energy. It's awesome when you know people who like the things that you like, because you can then be connected with what you need through all kinds of avenues and channels. So, all right, let's see here. Okay, all right, wow. So the 2 cards we have are Perception and Alchemy, and Perception is a 53, Alchemy is an 8. So here we have 2 resonant energies. 8 to me is about returning back what comes as above, so below. It's an infinite cycle of energy that moves in exchange. So let us see here. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. So as we look through with clarity and moving past this veil of shroud and illusion to see what is behind the scenes and what is happening, what are we perceiving? Now, I do know that right now there is a flavor of every story available for every one of us to tap into and make our reality. Our compass, if we direct it inward and then open our eyes to look outwards, it can be different experientially than if we look outwards and then try to reflect that inwards. There are a lot of projections that are sent to us. Fear-based projections primarily work very well in this matrix. The perception is that there's lack, that there's fear, there's anger, there's division, there's scarcity, there's problems, right? Like we can tap into that narrative if we want to. But if you change just a little bit your lens, this is like an aperture in a camera here. If you change your lens, it will change your experience. If you perceive that you are abundant and that you are overflowing with opportunity and with the things that you need and good friends and all that, then you will have a reality that matches that, right? And if you perceive that there's not enough, I don't have enough, I need to hold on to what I have, there's problems, I might lose this, I might lose that, then you are going to experience that kind of reality that matches your frequency because it is an energy circulation. All right. So let us see what the energy says from the guidebook. I love this because these tools are brought in very specifically by the creator, and there is an initial package of information that comes with that. And I honor that when I share this guidance with you, because the person was spiritually prompted to do it in this way. I respect that. It also then unlocks for me additional messages that come in, and that is okay too, because that is what is meant to happen, right? It's a seed, but we honor the seed that we are growing from. So perception can be described as the interpretation of that which has entered into our awareness. Upon first glance, the perception activation presents what seems to be chaos in motion. But when we take a better look, we find perfect alignment and synchronicity between the different aspects. We find balance and harmony. The sharp blades of clear perception cut through the layers of illusion that cover the space between the world of spirit and the world of matter. Together, the blades are neither round nor square, indicating that they are effective in both worlds. Conceptually, circles stand for everything and nothing at all, balance and infinity, purity and freedom. Within this image, they also represent our connection to a larger universe and the many planets that revolve around the realities that exist beyond our own. We think we have a clear perception of the reality that lies behind the blades, but we discover that the waters of our emotional and physical world are mirrored perfectly by the sky, our spiritual nature. They are exactly the same, as above, so below. The square border represents the form-based reality of our earthbound life, while the lights on the corners remind us of our ability to reach far beyond these illusionary three-dimensional boundaries at any time we choose. When combined with awareness, skill, and precision, these perception blades can cut through the illusions that otherwise keep us locked into place. The energy of perception reminds us that the concept itself is biased. Our consciousness determines our perception, and there is no absolute truth in what we receive or perceive. There are always more layers to uncover, more insights to be revealed. The blades of clarity cut through the illusion and expand our perception of reality, revealing a path towards harmony and peace in our inner world and in the world around us. The dark border around the edge indicates the vast and deep universe that often seems mysterious and dark. The blues indicate the clarity of expression that is needed to cut through the illusions of our perceived reality. The red edges indicate our solid foundation in the physical world while embodied here on earth. The yellows and golds indicate the inner power that is needed to create a reality that matches our perceptions of our inner and outer worlds combined. All right, for the red gold dragon and cutting through the illusions. Here we have the path. This mist cutting through the illusion with our connection of the divine self, allowing us to see things through the higher eyes. Okay, beautiful energy here. And It's interesting because the other deck that I'm going to be sharing from is the Blank Slate Oracle, right? So cutting through the illusion to a state of blankness so that we can create something new based on a perception that is more holistic and healthy for us. And so here then we have the follow-up energy of alchemy. Now we know that alchemy is the fabled magic that everyone was always looking for in all the fables. They're looking how to turn something into gold, taking something that was not gold and turning it into the philosopher's stone, or turning it into gold. Well, we are always alchemists. We are taking and turning things into whatever we envision them to be. We have that power to do so as conscious co-creators in alignment with the divine. When we are aligned with the divine, our creation will be resonant and harmonious. If we combine with the 3D, then there will likely be disharmony and an altered experience. All right. So it says the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. Okay. Beautiful energy here. I've been working also with the violet flame of transmutation this week. And interestingly, I'll just share this. I also received this guidance from the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle, Take Me Home. And it is unification, aligning with abundance. So as you can see, I love this because the thing that stood out in this particular card was that there is a third energy within the infinite, and that is the divine energy. And here we have also then the three-pronged part of the infinity of alchemy, and number 8. So let us see here. We have the orange and the yellow. We're talking about our divine is purple, which you can see here. The encasing of our creation is wrapped in the divine package, and then we are empowered and inspired to bring it into manifestation. So we've got that sacral energy there from our womb space, and we are birthing and creating something new. Let's make sure that it is seeded with love. So alchemy usually refers to the process of transforming matter, particularly that of metal, into gold. In a more esoteric sense, alchemy has been associated with the magical transformations that have to do with longevity. Magic is as real as we allow ourselves to believe, whether we aim to transform metal into gold or wish to find the secret of life itself, the immortality of the soul. When we access the mysterious, subtle, and often undefined parts of ourselves that light us up, we get a taste of real magic. Love is one of the greatest, most mysterious and magical energies of the universe. When love comes to us and we open our hearts to welcome it in, true alchemy can work its magic on every aspect of our being. In tantric traditions, it is believed that when two people merge through not only their physical bodies, but with all the energetic aspects of themselves aligned as well, they can reach states of consciousness that have powerful rejuvenating effects and can even open the doors to immortality. These heightened states of consciousness can also be achieved by a single individual. The key either way is the intentional, directed, deep state of love that merges all dualistic aspects, the masculine and the feminine, with others and ultimately within ourselves. The alchemy images show how one becomes two, or is it the other way around? From the center or source, spin the two aspects of masculine, left circle with the upward triangle, and feminine, right circle with the downward triangle, representing the dualistic world of the physical plane. The bright orange represents the color of our sacral chakra, which is linked to our sexuality, our connection with others, and its freeing effect on the body and mind. Purple and violet represent our connection to the higher realms and source, indicating that our consciousness is as much part of the merging as our physical bodies are. The large triangles refer to the union between the masculine and feminine, where the upward triangle represents the masculine and the downward one, the feminine. The number 6, or circles and light sources, represents harmony, love, and balance. Take a moment to go inside yourself and remember who you are. Remember that you hold within you all the secrets of unlimited potential and infinite existence. Do you know that you are magical, that you perform magical manifestations? You are a great sorcerer. Practice your magic often. Okay. All right, I received this and I have like an understanding now as to why I did not put the cards up that I received when I drew this card, because it is for this message as well right now. So in this deck, when I drew from the Twin Flame Ascension card this week, I received for the masculine the card of enter your vortex, aligning with infinite abundance. And for the feminine, awareness 3-3, the enter your vortex was 10-10, right? And aligning with infinite abundance. And for 3-3, the feminine is crystal clear vision. Look at these two images. There's a huge balance there. I was very excited to see that, because I am embodied the masculine and feminine in a harmonious, unified expression as a twin and awakened fractal. This is my goal. So I have the crystal clear vision as to what is possible for me and what I want to birth. I ask to have all the illusions and things stripped away so that I can see the divine vision versus my logical and earthbound linear perspective. And then I look to how then I can bring that energy with my activities and action with the masculine electric down into the world, okay? So to share with, there's two other pieces to this reading that came in, but let's first start with the 3-3 of the feminine, who is looking with crystal clear vision. This is from the section of the cards that are powerful life lessons to expedite your ascension process. This is 3-3, awareness and crystal clear vision for your feminine aspect. Developing conscious awareness starts with your ability to tune inward and integrate the state of your mind, body, heart, and soul, which provides introspective consciousness in regard to your universe, that's Y-O-U, universe, and how it aligns with your physical reality. This requires that you are present, which enables you to see everything from a higher perspective. This card indicates that you need to take inventory of your internal and external surroundings, pay particular attention to your thoughts, feelings, actions, and how you view your world. Use your expanded awareness to help you rise above logical limitations and tap into your own creative abilities that will bring your desires into form. Viewing your life from a heightened state generates power in your present moment so that your soul can evolve further and faster. Crystal clear vision eliminates the confusion that has blocked your ability to move forward with confidence in the direction of your soul path. If you stay consistent, your accumulated efforts will create exponential growth that will lead you towards infinite possibilities. Okay, so look here. See how closely, even the colors, right? We're talking about perception and how you view things and having crystal clear vision. I love this. This is so much fun. Okay, so then this masculine of entering your vortex, aligning with infinite abundance. If you're familiar with the teachings of Abraham through Esther, then you should be familiar with the whole vortex. But basically, the energetic that brings down that which you are thinking, envisioning for yourself, planning, that brings it down into the manifest. We're always bringing stuff towards us, whether we're aware of it or not. So when we step into the conscious state of magnetizing to us our reality and understanding that we're getting our frequency back to ourselves, then it becomes a more pleasant experience for us to live in our creation. So let's see here. This is the section from it's an interesting guidebook here. It's got 4 sections. Okay, this is from the section on the steps in the ascension pathway. Okay, so here again, we're talking about the pathway and our journey. Okay, so your reality is patiently waiting for you to align with your authentic truth as you connect with your true self, mind, body, heart, and soul. This card is an indication that you are entering your vortex, your highest destiny. This level of soul mastery requires that you let go of resistance to change and keep your soul frequency in a positive state for longer periods of time. This helps you co-create the life you love. Set crystal clear intentions, which I love that because we had the crystal clear with it. Crystal clear intentions to maximize your ability to manifest your dreams. It's important that you stay connected to your heart and practice the harmonic laws of love to balance giving and receiving. Staying present and allowing your heart to lead you will keep you in alignment with your highest good. Everything exists in your vortex, and this is on page 53, okay, which is an 8. Everything exists in your vortex. You become the genie in the bottle and decide what you desire. So make sure to choose what matches your highest vibration. Otherwise, you'll be settling for less than you deserve. Give your reality permission to parallel your inner desires, which allows rewards to show up with ease and grace. Okay, so beautiful guidance. In the drawing, I was asking in for the energy of something that has come forward to see what it is. And in between the masculine and feminine, then was this violet flame of master alchemy, the master alchemist, okay, alchemy, okay, it's funny. Master Alchemist, the violet flame activation, right? So the violet flame is Saint Germain, embodies this energy, and we are able to transmute to a divine higher frequency through the violet flame. And it is deeply healing. It is transformative. So here we have between the masculine and feminine, a situation, circumstance, or opportunity to go through some form of healing and shifting and release and letting go so that we can move into a higher vibratory state. So looking at the master alchemist and alchemy, and here we have the green of the heart. So transitioning out so that we can become more heart-based and aligned and moving to a higher frequency on our planet that is more love-based than what we're currently experiencing. All right, so Master Alchemist is in the chapter 4. Let's see here. It is on page 92, which is an 11. So we're talking about conscious co-creation or working with spirit. The violet flame, spiritual clarification and healing. The violet flame is a sacred ascension tool. It was gifted to humanity by Saint Germain and his twin flame lady Portia, the leaders of the Aquarian age. Both assist twin flames and light workers to activate their spiritual gifts so that they come into alignment with their mission. And as I mentioned last year, I took a group of people to Mount Shasta and the higher heart activation, and we experienced the direct presence of Saint Germain in an amazing and magical way. We were working in portals and ascension rock and vortexes, and the violet flame like blew through us like a mighty gust of wind. It was absolutely amazing. I think I've shared about it on this channel before. So we are coming into alignment with our mission, adopting a regular practice of immersing your body in this violet liquid fire energy will activate your pineal gland and awaken your spiritual DNA. This will unlock your hidden power, helping you align with your ultimate truth, allowing you to access the highest version of yourself. It can also be used to rejuvenate your mind, body, soul, and heart, which will accelerate your personal healing and transformational growth. Practicing the ancient principles of alchemy helps you become the magician of your own reality. When the master alchemist appears, you have the ability to achieve self-mastery. It will be important that you get clear on what you desire. Use the violet flyer to transmute low vibrational thoughts into higher vibrational energy that will elevate your frequency, giving you crystal clear vision to manifest your destiny. All right. We are activating it to help clear our vision so that what we bring down out of our vortex is of a higher frequency than what it would be if we manifested out of a lower frequency perception. We're going to use the alchemy to bring in a conscious, higher situation for all of us on the planet. Now, the top of this reading then, when I received it, as I shared a while ago, sorry, I have a lot of cards here. All right, we have these two vortexes and whatnot, was then unification. So transmuting so that there is a higher frequency of balance in what we do, and that is unified with the energy. There's all kinds of energy in here. We have the Merkaba, we have a heart though at the center of it all. The pale purple around the outside of the divine, helping us to bring in this frequency. Yes, it's a rainbow heart in the middle of this. Again, with the rainbow, bringing in the higher frequency, transmuting in love so that we are in a more harmonious state. Okay, so this unification card is from the section on it's in the red section here. Let's see. Page 67, which is also a 13, which is death and transformation. So we are letting something die that something new can come in. And in this, this is the reality that is aligned with abundance, not scarcity or lack. So attracting abundance requires that you become one with self, creating unification in your soul. To achieve this, you will have to release old stories and reprogram belief systems. That is how we shift and change our perceptions. We change old stories and programs into something new, sing a new song. Doing so will provide balance in your thoughts and feelings and allow emotions to align with your actions. This raises your energetic frequency and helps you shift into an abundant life. Your creative abilities are coming to life as you become the best version of yourself. This card confirms that you are restoring wholeness within. Stay connected to your core values and stand firm in your beliefs. It will help you embody empowerment. Continue to set loving boundaries and respect yourself. There is no need to sacrifice who you are in order to fit in, find acceptance, or even be deeply loved, including by your twin flame. You will align with real love when you learn to just be yourself. Being your true self gives you permission to live the abundant life you want. You determine your self-worth because you no longer need external validation. Always choose love over fear. It will keep you feeling lighter in the moment. All right, so when we talk about that perceptions of fear, oh, yay. Goddess Awakening says she was guided to set up a violet flame altar for this eclipse window. Wonderful. The violet flame is here for all of us. I know several people who've been working and activating. Beautiful. Thank you for affirming this message. All right, so transmuting, I think we need it. We need these dragons and we need the violet flame. So embody that. Now, how can you use the violet flame? Literally imagine your shower water purple and standing under it, and that you're releasing not just the dirt off your skin, but the dirt in your energy and the aura, the dirt of your mind and your fears and your perceptions. Allow it to wash away and be elevated and refreshed, just like you are refreshed after you get out of your bath or hygiene. It's a real awesome spiritual hygiene tool. So you can, I have the violet flame, just I imagine my whole space is like a big glowing bug zapper, kind of glowing like we have on our porches. It goes, you know, that we see, only it's purple or ultraviolet light. And then anything that comes through it will be purified before it comes into my space. So what we need to be mostly concerned with is what comes from our inner space. So when you find yourself maybe hearing thoughts that are lower vibration, where your perception of self is harsh, look at how you can release that. Give yourself a good violet flame, flick your bick, if you will. You like flick your violet flame, okay? And let that thought evaporate and be released so that you have a place to bring in something new and use your conscious alchemy to bring in the most loving thing, clear your vision so that your vortex brings in what you want it down into our reality. Okay, so lots of energy happening right now. So I have here the Blank Slate Oracle. This is by my friend Chris. I love her, all things intuitive. Please check her out. I love all of her decks, but we're going to see what guidance wants to come in. And I love it because it's like the similar colors that we have here in our alchemy. Like, what are we going to use in our blank slate beyond the energy of love? How are we going to use this love to eclipse out things, and what are we going to write on the new slate to bring into our vortex and make manifest on this earth? What guidance wants to come through. Listen to some upbeat music. All right. So dancing, delight, play, fun, having that kind of experience, it raises your frequency. I know it raises my frequency because I have a good time like laughing with myself, because I'm an awesome chair dancer. When my feet get involved, it's a little different, but if I'm in my car or I'm in a chair, I'm definitely dropping it like it's hot. Okay, so like listen to some upbeat music, shift that energy out of yourself, clear your vortex, make it high and vibrational. So let's get some movement. Oh, consider getting additional schooling or training. So if there's something that you need to know more about, I know I'm going to be diving in to find out some more about Vluspa and what she's all about and the energy of that. So go in, learn something new, expand your awareness, to help you bring something different. I know, like my bestie, she's trying some new recipes right now with some new ways of making frosting. So she's trying it out so she can expand what she creates for her clients. And that's the fun part, because that's where we get to go to school. It's not the bad school where you're like, oh, I gotta go. We're going to have fun with whatever it is we're learning, because we want to bring that knowledge forward in a higher vibration. Oh, here, do more of what makes you feel good. So if dancing does it, if coloring does it, if walking does it, if singing does it, whatever you do, raise your vibration, elevate your frequency, because that brings more things out of your vortex that are going to give you that same happy little spark. All right. And on the bottom, try to find meaning in this situation. So if something comes up and it is eclipsing, or you are being challenged by the letting go of it, look for, change your perception, ask for it, show me what it is about this and why I need to do this. And most of us know already what it is that we are being prompted to do. So, look for the positive meaning. Don't look for the negative. So when the things start to come at us this week and the next week, from the 11/11 gateway, the November 8th eclipse, all the things that are coming kind of towards ahead on the external stage, try to find the meaning in it, rather than finding the meaning as being it's a catastrophe, we're all going to die. Okay. Shift your perception, find the higher value in it, allow yourself and ask for support from your higher self. If you're really struggling with something, ask for help to find the silver lining. Okay. That silver lining, the rainbow behind the dark clouds. You can receive assistance to do that. Okay. So the last cards that I have here are from this awesome Create Your Reality deck, which I got. Yeah, I create my reality deck. I got this at Holistica in Tulum, Mexico. I've mentioned this deck before. We're going to see what final guidance we have for today. Thank you for being with me. If you've made it through this point, we are vibrationally joined in our effort to elevate the frequency. And I thank you for stopping by and contributing your love and light to this space, because where two or more experience it, then we are amplified. And I ask that all these messages are for those who resonate and hear them, and that it's for their highest good. And I send that little out into the universe. All right. So I feel a sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Tickle in the nose. What sneeze does? Sneeze gets something out of your body that doesn't need to be there. It's the body's reaction. So go ahead and sneeze it out and bless it as it goes. All right, one more here. Wow, unlimited abundance. My life is plentiful with prosperity. Let me get to the bottom of the deck here before it goes away. Okay. My life is plentiful with prosperity. Any person who contributes to prosperity will prosper in return. Infinite abundance. Okay. If you desire success and abundance, you must think and act like those who are successful and foster abundant thoughts. Once you condition your mind to focus on extraordinary abundance, more abundance will begin to flow into your life. Okay, now, anybody else see? Hello. Beautiful. And it's like I'm seeing it's funny because as I was getting ready for the video at Clairaudience, I kept hearing this song about we're on an enchanted journey. Come and see. We're on an enchanted journey, you and me. We're on an enchanted journey. Come and see how a Christian made it to Celestial City. Now, I learned this in childhood at church camp. It was a little musical. I could sing it, but hey, singing is not my forte. But we're on this enchanted journey, and here we have the Celestial City, the city that is higher. We're taking ourselves up to the highest frequency possible. And we have here like this crown. All of nature is there. We have the trees, and then this journey up to unlimited abundance, to the higher realms, because that's truly, there is no lack when we're in the highest frequency. There's only infinite creation and abundance and love without end, right? So as we're entering this journey, and here we have the crown, right? Like crowned with wisdom and knowledge, crowned with our higher divine as we follow this kind of yellow brick road, if you will, to the higher frequency. I love that, unlimited abundance. So once you become aware, bring in that unlimited abundance using your alchemy to carry you to the highest frequency. Change your perception. What does it say? If you desire, you must think and act like those who are successful and foster abundant thoughts. So change your perception. That way your vortex begins to shimmer like the rainbow. And we're creating all of this. It's so beautiful. And this last card we have is to flow like water. Go with the flow, move with these frequencies. We're in the emotional waters with all creative beings, and we are flowing. The less that we struggle, the easier it will be. We can just allow spirit to bring us along, ride the waves, right? It is card number 27. Wherever intention goes, energy flows. So whatever you are bringing in, your vortex will flow into that direction. So refine it and bring in the love. Set your intention, trust the process wholly and completely. Know that the universe is unfolding as it should. Be in the present to experience it. When you love your life, every minute of it, and accept situations as they are, you start to flow like water down a river. The more we flow, the more energy is created. Okay? What did I say? That this reminded me of a wave, of water, of movement. Beautiful. I receive all of this message for myself. I embody this message, moving with the flow of infinite love that pours through me, that I get to experience with gratitude, and that I pass along to all who are connected to me through this video and in life. If you have any stories to share, any rainbows that you're seeing, any opportunities that you use the violet flame, again, thank you, Goddess Awakening, for joining the conversation in the chat. Please put it in the comments, share this with those who you think might need it. And I believe that we have the momentum of a positive vortex that is building, and we are bringing forward the highest frequency possible, which is leading us all through the ascension on our divine path to a true love and light reality as above, manifesting below. The light in me absolutely sees and loves and embraces the light in you. Namaste.